So hello class 8th, we are going to consider a science chapter 5th, which is coal and petroleum. So generally this chapter is related to our energy sources, like coal and petroleum are the major energy sources, like electricity is produced by the coal and petroleum is for use for many things like kerosene, petrol, diesel, many more things are derived from petroleum. So what we are going to do, we are going to do generally resources, that which type of resources we have on the earth and how we survive by these resources and how they are extinct or even they not extinct. So we are going to consider all that. So firstly, earth is a major source of these resources. Earth is a major source of these resources like minerals, water, air, soil, everything we find minerals, like we have survival on earth, right? So firstly, we know that earth is a major point of survival. Why other planets are not for use for survival? Because why? That earth is properly positioned exactly to sun. So this have exactly temperature conditions, water facility and many more living standards also, so that earth is considered to be the living planet, and it was originated before 4500 million years ago, and life originated before 35 million years ago. The life is generated on earth कि 3500 million years ago हमारी life जो है यहाँ पे possible हुई थी, हमने अलग अलग चीज़ें derive करनी start की थी. So in ancient times, what are the main sources of fuel? So main sources are wood. Wood is an ancient source of energy, light, कि यहाँ पे अपने wood जलाते थे और we have the energy sources or we have the heat. So now second is, in the now, like world is getting more and more developed and we are getting founding our new sources. So like we have coal, petroleum and many major fuels are in most demand for production of electricity, for motorcycles, for motorbikes and for many more things. So these are used. So now we are going to move on our survivals, that what are the major essentials for survival. Like for human beings, the main survivals are minerals, for that they can produce their homes, for eating, right, for walking, for wearing like wool, silk, and they are the major demands of that human beings. Animals require many more things, like they eat plants and vegetables, etc. So these are the also available on earth. And second is what? Plants. So how plants grow? Plants take CO2 from the air, water and minerals and many more things for doing their photosynthesis like sunlight, and they prepare their own food and give us to also humans and animals, right? So these are the main essential things which are done and given by our earth, because earth is a major source of every resource. And now what is the definition of natural resources? That generally we can say the nature resources we obtain from nature is called natural resources, but it has given you the proper definition which you have to write in your exams. जो आपका exams में लिखनी है वो है definition ये है, the material found on earth that allows existence of life and satisfy the needs of human beings are called natural resources. So here is a definition. It is also properly mentioned in Greek words in your books, so you have to write that. So now the natural resources are of two types, extensible और non exhaustible, right? जो मतलब exhaust हो सकते हैं exhaustible, और जो नहीं हो सकते वो non exhaustible, okay, या inexhaustible. So we are going to consider that. So guys, exhaustible natural resources, ऐसे natural resources जो exhaust हो जाते हैं, जो खत्म हो जाते हैं, okay, so these are called exhaustible natural resources. So if we are going to define our proper definition about that, which is the resources, the natural resources which can't be renewed within a reasonable time, which takes a large amount of time, so that they can't be replaced. Even when we are living, it can't be replaced. Even they can't be re-prepared after the lives. Okay, they takes 1,000 of years, 1,000,000 of years to get again in stock. So okay, they can't be replaced within a reasonable period of time is called exhaustible natural resources. Okay, so now moving to the inexhaustible natural resources, which are in unlimited quantity and they are not going to exhaust. Okay, these are called inexhaustible natural resources. So example are wind, water and sunlight and etc. Okay, so wind can't be exhaust, sunlight also can't be exhaust, but water, here we consider the main point that water जो है वो खत्म नहीं हो सकता. We can say, हमने कई जगह पढ़ा कि water खत्म हो जाता है, we have to save water. So we are going to consider at that point कि हमें drinking water जो है वो बहुत कम amount में, अगर हम उसको बचा के नहीं चलेंगे तो वो क्या होगा, वो exhaust हो जाएगा, वो खत्म हो जाएगा. So we don't have to waste water. Okay, so we have to preserve water, conserve water, so that we can live very good. Okay, so we have water in excess quantity in seas which were not of any work. Okay, क्योंकि वो water salty है, so that was not a work. So conservation of natural resources. What is conservation? Conservation का मतलब होता है बचाना. So conservation is actually defined as the wise and careful use of resources without wasting them. Is called conservation of natural resources. And what are the fuels? Moving to the next topic. These conservation is, first you have to see, these conservation is for our survival. If we conserve them, we will survive better. So now moving to the next topic, which is fuels. So what are fuels? Fuels are that substances which produce heat and light on burning. जब हम उनको burn करते हैं, it will give you the exact light and heat, are called fuels. So example of that fuels is LPG, which you use at your homes and in gas cylinders, wood यानी लकड़ी, petrol and kerosene. Kerosene means मिट्टी का तेल. Okay, so these are the constituents of fuels. Like fuels are of these types. So now we are going to discuss in the next chapter what are the fuels and which type of fuels we found and from where we found and from where we filter them. Okay, so thank you, have a nice day, stay safe, stay home.